Distance is here. Okay. Remember when we say about percentage, the word percent is actually telling you that the base of what? Who can tell me? Type it in. The base is using a base of 100%. Very good. Hey, no response. All must stand by when I ask question. Base of how many percent? 100. Okay. So a percentage, for example, if you want to convert, all right, so we call this conversion. We can convert a fraction, okay, into percentage. And from percentage, we can also express it as a decimal. All right. For example, we go for a simple one. For example, 2 out of 5. Okay. Now, when this is 2 out of 5, we can convert this into what? Tens, right? Right now, times 2 times 2. So 410 is 4 out of 10. That means you have a percentage of 40% and a decimal of 0.4%. So all this can be converted from fraction, decimal, and percent. Okay. So last week we also learned how are you going to convert, like if you have something like a very odd number, maybe 3 out of 25. How to change this to percentage? Just now we express the denominator, right? We can it can be in the tens, but then this one is 25. How to make it into 10? 10 is too small for it. So what we want to express?
Make it to 100. Make it to
100. Very good. Thank you. And then you need to times 4, and then you get to 12. And therefore you get 12%. And in decimal is 0.12. Now what happens if you have 1 out of 8? So how are you going to express this as a percentage? Same. You can express that times 100. You convert to 100 or you times 100?
No, convert to 100.
But 100 can divide by 8. You
Cannot.
use
Then just leave it as a leave it as a decimal.
No, we can do something. We cannot change it to 100, right? Then we change it to 1,000. No? They say, what, 1,000 so big? How to? Can. You just times. Oh, somebody say times 250. What happens if you times 250? Okay, assuming I don't know, never mind. It sometimes works. Come think of it. Times 250 times 250. Then you think 250, count. Wow, 2,000. Wow, not bad. So 2,000. And then you get up to 250 over 2,000. Do you think this all works for percentage or not? Oh, sorry. She meant 125. Okay. Thank you for your response. Yeah, so you have to multiply by 125 instead. Good job. Yeah. So 8 times 125, you will get up to 1,000. Then this one is 125. So then you say how to change to percentage like that. Can you see? This one will become 12.5%. How? Because you divide by 1,000, then you must change it to 100, right? So if you change it to 100, you divide by 10, right now. So you get down to 12.5 for this. Then how about the so-called decimal? Then it will be 0.125. Okay. I have a question here. What happens if you have percentage, you want to convert it into fraction? Let's give an example. 55%, maybe 55%. Okay, for example, 55%. Then how to convert it into this so-called fraction? What must you do? Do you remember we say percentage is always base what? Is the base, right? Base is always 100, right? So we just convert this into 55 over 100, and then you reduce it to the simplest form. So you divide by 5, all that. So this is the simplest form. Then to convert it to decimal, you have to what? Divide by 100 also what? You see? I do this, divide by 100. Then you 100, you have to shift. Remember we say what is the holding place here? 0. So 0.55. Okay. Now, I have two scenarios. This one is important because, you know why? By P5, P6, you will have to learn this. Okay? What happens if you have a 3.5%? How are you going to convert this so-called 3.5% into a decimal? Then you say, sure, can use calculator. Cannot lah. What happens if this appear in paper one? How are you going to use calculator? You better use your fingers start counting already. Correct or not? Calculator some more. No, right? So what can you do? Do the same. Percent, percent is always over out of 100. Then you say, 3.5 over 100 to change to the simplest form. Do you think 3.5 divided by 100 is considered a fraction or not? Definitely not. So what can you do? Who can suggest? Help me to put input into the chat function here, please. Come on, I want to hear from you. How to continue to express this as a fraction without a decimal point on the numerator? That is what I want to know. Okay, so I want response from the chat function, please. Come on, suggest. Yeah. Quickly, because I need to touch and go. No one. Not sure also, never mind. Not sure, say not sure. Not sure is also a response, okay? Rather than you don't respond. If you don't respond, it's even worse. I don't know what's going on. Okay? Just to check, can you all hear me or not? Can, right? Can see me, Can, right? So if you don't respond, no sound from the audience, I'm worried, leh. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Howie. Okay, so anyone wants to try, or if you're not sure, also can say, I am not sure. Don't be shy. We are here to learn. Okay? All right. Can. Yes, that is one way, Howie. Correct. There's another way I can do it. Howie say times 100. Okay. Then what I can do? I can also do something. I change this to what? Where am I? I can change this to times 10. Why do I times 10? Because when I times 10, it become a number. No more decimal point. But when you times 10, I must times 10 here also. Oh, then you say, sure, like that, even bigger. No choice. It's like that. So when you divide by 5, it's 7. Divide by 5, and that get 200. And that is the simplest form for this. Okay? Then, see, 7 out of 200. That means this 3% is so tiny. Correct. Because you look at 7 out of 200. Out of 200 tiny parts, you have only 7. Okay, so this is a very small fraction now. Okay, then how to convert this to decimal? Same, you have 3.5 over 100, right? So it's divided by 100. So when you divide by 100, what can you do? Who can give me answers on the chat function? Tell me the answer directly. How to change this into fraction? Quick. Okay, Hao Qian? Anyone? Or don't know, not sure. Not sure is also a response, you know. Okay, all right. So you divide by 100, you shift and shift. Then you put here like that. So what's your answer? 0.035. Wow, so it's like only 3%, Not wrong, 3%. Thank you, Marisa. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks, Marisa, for the answer. Okay, you see? Correct, right? Now, I have a question for everybody. Get ready to key in your answer. All right. Now, what happened if this is the last one? What happened if I have 105? Okay, I don't want to say 105. Give a number which is 105.5%. What can you understand from here? Okay, 105.5%. How are you going to change it to, how do you call that? Fractional. Anyone? 1.055? Okay, how can be no fraction eh? How come you give me 1.055? Fractional first. Okay? Fractional. We try to do fractional. That means for this one, it will be 105.5 divided by 100. So you times 10, you times 10. That is 10550 over 1000. Okay, 1055 without 0 for this. Then you can reduce it to the simplest form, divide by 5. Okay, then you will get 211. Then your 1000 divided by 5, you will get 200. Then you say, sure, why like that one? Why this one, the denominator is 200? Then the numerator is more than the denominator. Yes, you are not wrong. Why no? Because this is more than 100%. You see, is this more than 100%? That means it must be more than one whole law. Isn't it? Okay, fractions cannot have decimal, correct? Okay, so now how are we going to convert this into fractional? So simple, 105.5 over 100. You shift 1, 2. So it's 1.055. Okay, so far okay. Next question. What we are going to cover here is this is conversion only. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is percentage of a quantity. Okay. I'm going to have a small segment here. Quickly one, okay? Percentage of a quantity, meaning, for example, 56% of 560 kilogram. So do you see there is a percentage and there is a quantity? Look at here. So if I were to take a look, this one is called the percentage. And where is the quantity? Yeah, change this color. This is the quantity. So how are you going to do this? I need to convert this into what? Fractional of 56 over 100. Multiply by 560 kilogram. So I need to reduce to the simplest form. Okay. So what is 56 times 56 and then divide by 10? So what will that be? Then you use this one, use calculator, no worries. 313.6 kilogram. Okay. Likewise, I have another example which is very common. How about 7% GST is based on the usual price, right? For example, if you buy a watch, $50. Now, what is the percent GST? Do you know or not? The recent one is what? Is it still at 7%? Who can tell me what is our GST percent in Singapore? How many percent? Is it 5%? Do you know the answer? It's not 7% this year.
8%. 8%.
Very good. 8%. So for example, if you buy something that costs $50, then 8% on the selling price of $50, the GST alone you have to go and calculate 8 over 100 multiplied by 50. Wow, then you save $4. Then you pay extra $4 for the tax. Can you understand? So this is called quantity, the percentage of a quantity. Okay. All right. So let's start from today's question. Okay. Here, sorry. I think I should swap that slide later on. Okay. A swimming pool